The issue of masks and face coverings on the TTC has been debated throughout the entire pandemic. First, it was an issue for operators, then strong recommendations for commuters, and now stricter rules to make sure everyone wears one of these before getting on board.
So I'm optimistic people are going to get the word, just as they've done with physical distancing. You know, the majority get this word pretty quickly because they know what is in the interests of the public.
Mask or face covering when traveling on the TTC.
It's officially time to cover your face while commuting. New rules making face coverings mandatory for TTC passengers will go into effect July 2nd. There are fines for those who don't comply. Whether the TTC actually enforces the new rules is in question, though. Instead, officials are trying to focus on simply spreading the word.
We're going to focus our efforts on education as opposed to trying to have some kind of a campaign or some kind of penalties that you're going to be out seeking to impose on people.
The bylaw permits a $195 fine, but I can tell you that we won't be issuing fines for these infractions.
Does that mean no one will ever be given a ticket? Of course it doesn't.
We just have concerns about how it will be enforced. We don't want to see more policing on the TTC. We want to see really good communication explaining why face coverings and masks are going to help everybody's health and safety.
Officials say no one will be denied service for not wearing a mask, while children younger than 2 years old and those with medical conditions keeping them from wearing a mask will be exempt. Ottawa, Brampton, and Mississauga Transit all have plans to make masks mandatory for transit users. Go Transit, however, has decided not to, instead following guidelines set out by the province.
We are strongly recommending the wearing of face coverings. We're not making it compulsory because we've listened very carefully to our customers, and there are reasons why some of our customers don't wear face coverings, such as difficulty breathing, being claustrophobic.
During the pandemic, TTC ridership has dropped by more than 80%. Once it increases again, physical distancing will become more difficult.
We start with the majority already doing it. We just have to work our way up to full compliance, which I'm confident we can do.
The TTC also says 1 million single-use disposable masks will be made available to residents in low-income areas should they be needed. At this point, the TTC is saying they estimate between 50 and 60% of riders on the TTC are actually wearing face coverings. The recommendation today still needs to head to the TTC board for approval next week.